Jeremy Knight is a cultural strategist and futurist. He is currently the head of external engagement at New Public and is receiving his master's in interactive media arts in NYU. In his work, he always partners with communities and brands to envision a future that we can all work towards, ensuring that marginalized communities see their hopes, dreams, and aspirations reflected in the places they live, the media they consume, and the products they use. In his demo, Jeremy explains his project Bedford 2125, which uses generative AI to envision what Bedford-Stuyvesant could look like in 100 years. This project is meant to inspire creative, participatory, and culturally informed ideas about the types of spaces and services that residents can build and demand to reflect the history and contributions of their neighborhood. Check out his project, links are in the description box below.
Hello, my name is Jeremy Knight, and this is Bed-Stuy 2125, which is a depiction of what the future of the historic Brooklyn neighborhood Bed-Stuy could look like in 100 years. And the inspiration for this, I've lived in Bed-Stuy off and on for about 6 years, and even in that short amount of time, I've seen so much change and gentrification, and so I really wanted to think about really empowering residents to think about the future and feel some agency in the future of their neighborhood. And so I built this in the summer during my IMA, ITP, NYU term. And this was really mostly just from my experience as a Black queer man, thinking about like what are things that I would want to see in the neighborhood. But my hope is that I'm able to scale this and actually take this to different community members and have them kind of creatively think about what they would want to preserve in the neighborhood and what they would actually want to see in the future. Just to tell you a little bit about the process. So I actually went into our lab space where we have our 3D printers. I 3D printed this one. But the rest of them are actually just like 3D printed scraps that I found around our space. And so I kind of Lego style put them together to create these different types of potential buildings and use that as inspiration, as well as like some history and facts about the neighborhood to build these kind of mini little prototypes. So I'll show this one. So on the bottom of each is a little NFC sticker, and you scan it here. And then it shows up a little bit of a kind of generated image of what that building could look like in the future, and a description. So this one is tree stone, and I created this thinking about how do we preserve the kind of iconic brownstone that you see in so many places in Brooklyn and particularly in Bed-Stuy, and actually kind of retrofit it to work in a uncertain climate future. And so the thought is like you have these tree trunks that can absorb water, and then you have these beautiful canopies on top that can help with like heat reduction and kind of climate control. So that's the tree stone 2051 on Stuyvesant Ave. Another one of my favorites, let's do this one. And so kind of looks like a little camera here on a tree. And I had that as the 40 Acres and a Mule Filmworks, which is Spike Lee's film company. It's currently based in Fort Greene, but was thinking about what if he decided to move it to Brooklyn, which is where so many of his like iconic shots are from his various movies. And then I'll do one more. I'll do the MTA. So this one I like created all these little kind of individual transport capsules, and that is what it could potentially look like. And this is actually outside of my my building, which is at Myrtle Broadway, which is at the kind of intersection of Bed-Stuy and Bushwick. And so yeah, it's just like I think fun, creative project to get folks thinking about what the future of their neighborhood could look like, and hope I can bring this to more places in New York.
Thank you so much. I noticed that the models are like on a map right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I just found this like really beautiful fabric on our floor and decided to 3D or to laser print the map of Bed-Stuy on the piece of cloth. It's actually supposed to go like these are supposed to be stacked this way, so it's not completely accurate right now. But I just thought the laser printing on it was really pretty, and also kind of adds to this like natural element. When I first did this demo, I had like little trees and grass around here too, to kind of like really put these buildings in situation. But yeah, it's a nice little added effect.